4 teams from the Magnolia State rumble into the postseason. After going back-to-back in the SWAC, Alcorn State hits ATL for an inaugural bowl game. Ole Miss taking over the Big Easy as the Rebels play in their 2nd consecutive New Year's Six Bowl. Mississippi State headed to the East Coast as Bulldog legend Dak Prescott plays his final game for the Maroon and White. Southern Miss back in the postseason for the first time since 2011. The Golden Eagles are ready for their date in Big D. Strap in, folks. We're about to touch them all in the Blitz 16 Bowl Preview Special. All right, for the 2nd year in a row, the Alcorn State Braves are SWAC champions. Now they have a shot at the MEAC representative, North Carolina A&T, in the inaugural Celebration Bowl, which is set to kick off in less than 30 minutes. The Braves will be looking to make history as the game's first ever victor, not to mention back-to-back 10-win campaigns. Offensively, Alcorn State led the SWAC in scoring, and when it comes to stopping opponents, they reign supreme in that category as well. #1 in total defense. One of the Braves' top goals prior to this season was to reach this bowl game. 14 weeks later, mission accomplished.
It's the goal of winning the Celebration Bowl. That's the goal at the beginning of the season. So, I mean, certainly, we know we're playing a great football team and a well-coached football team, and we know it's going to be a 60-minute game.
I'm very excited. We're just blessed for the opportunity. You know, we worked really hard to get here, and we know going in coming out last season that we know we had our opportunity to do this. So we were really excited, and we know this is one of our goals, and we're here now. So now we're trying to capitalize on it.
The Celebration Bowl is, I believe, #1 on our list of goals that we're trying to achieve. So, you know, we missed out on some. You know, we tried to be perfect at home. You know, we didn't necessarily get that, and we wanted to win SWAC champion, East champion. So we did things and we didn't do things that we wanted. But this being the last thing of the 2015 season, you know, it's great to accomplish. And like I said, it's the first one, so it'll be good to start it off with an Alcorn win.
Oh, yeah. That is just a snippet of what you can expect from our featured presentation. Alongside Josh Jackson, I'm Ray Coleman. Welcome to the Blitz 16 Bowl Preview Special. You see the countdown in the corner of the screen there. As soon as we're done here, we're going to get you right out to Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl.
That's right. We're going to dive into each of the 4 matchups for our Mississippi teams. And why not start, Ray, with the biggest of them all?
Why not? That's the way it works. So let's talk about it right now. Ole Miss will take on Oklahoma State in the All-State Sugar Bowl. That's New Year's Day at the Superdome in New Orleans. Both teams very similar when it comes to scoring offense. Ole Miss has 1 more win versus the current college football playoff top 25. I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but the Crescent City, as wild as it may be, they are not ready for Rebel Nation. Ole Miss is one of 5 programs to play in back-to-back New Year's Six Bowls since the creation of the college football playoff system. And it's the first time since 1970 that the Rebels will play in the Sugar Bowl. That's back when they had a guy by the name of Elisha Archibald Manning. You may have heard of him. So there's no doubt that Archie will play a role in the Rebels' return to the city he calls home.
Archie won't mind me saying this, but he said that he and Olivia hoped at one point in their lifetime they'd get to host Ole Miss here in New Orleans, and it finally happened, and we couldn't be happier for it.
Now, as far as the game, Ole Miss will try and wipe the taste of last year's bowl defeat out of their minds. The 2014 Chick-fil-A Bowl featured TCU having their way against the Rebels. Now, head coach Hugh Freeze can boast that his team and Alabama are the only schools from the SEC to play in New Year's Six Bowls, back-to-back. But he says they must continue to build in order to prove that they belong in the elite conversation.
Obviously, our depth chart is talented at a lot of areas, but we've been able to handle adversity very well here and to bounce back from disappointments and stay the course and be able to come back and bounce back and win important games that put us in this position.
Yeah, you hate to have to discuss negative news, Ray, but it's major when it comes to the Ole Miss game plan.
Absolutely. By now, you've probably heard the multiple reports of defensive lineman Robert Kimdichie and his 15-foot fall out of an Atlanta hotel window. Well, the junior was cited for marijuana possession after this incident. His head coach says Kimdichie needed stitches and has a swollen ankle as a result of that fall. Hugh Freeze gave his thoughts on the player, who many consider to be a surefire first-round draft pick.
Anytime these things happen with young men, there's no cut and dry answer, particularly when you don't know all the facts and issues. You know, when you and I grew up, we made our mistakes and they weren't on the front page of everything. Unfortunately, today when kids do, it's well known, and it certainly was a poor decision.
All right, this statement was released on behalf on his behalf, that is, rather, by the School Media Relations Department. This is Kim Dietschy talking. Quote, I want to apologize to Rebel Nation, my teammates, and my coaches for my actions last weekend. I made a mistake and put myself in an environment that does not reflect who I am as a person. He went on to deny synthetic drug use and says, I am sorry for putting Coach Freeze in this position and will accept whatever consequences are necessary. But my hope is to finish this year's journey with my brothers, end quote. Listen, this is why Rebel Nation and just football fans in general hope Kim Dietschy can get back on the right track. According to ESPN's Todd McShay, the defensive lineman is his 3rd overall pick in the upcoming NFL draft. He's that good. His teammates are not far behind. McShay has Laramie Tunsil, the offensive lineman, as the 7th overall pick, and Laquan Treadwell as the 10th overall selection. Freeze's 2013 recruiting class, guess you could say it's as good as advertised.
We'll see how that one ends up, but since this is like the tailgating time, go ahead and check on those burgers, folks. And when we return, we'll dive into Mississippi State and the Belk Bowl. So keep it locked to the Blitz 16 Bowl Preview Special. Welcome back to our Blitz 16 Bowl Preview Special. On December 30th, Mississippi State will play in a school record 6th consecutive bowl game. And Bulldog Nation will be making the trek with them to the East Coast. Let's take a look at Carolina State on December 30th at 2:30 p.m. from Bank of America Stadium, home of the Carolina Panthers. As you can see, these two teams are pretty much identical when it comes to scoring offense and defense, which should make for another exciting matchup. 16 WAPT's Marcus Hunter gives us the scoop on the Dogs as they prepare for the Wolfpack.
As Mississippi State gets ready for their record 6th straight bowl game, head coach Dan Mullen has been prepping his underclassmen to take the field.
A lot more development going on, you know. I mean, the guys, everything right now is for development for the future for the first couple of days out here. You know, so there's no need to evaluate any of that. Just develop, and see if we get guys ready for, you know, for the future program.
I mean, I'm not taking majority of the reps in the past. I guess it was me taking all the reps to now. Right there with the coaches teaching the younger guys, making sure they're getting better.
It's basically just trying to get your technique back right and doing, correcting the small things that you don't get to work on in the season because you're so focused on the opponent. It's mainly for the younger guys, get them a head start in the playbook.
But as they get closer to the actual game against NC State, that is when the Dogs will get more serious and the coaches will know more about their opponent.
No, I know they're an excellent football team. You know, a little bit you catch some things during the season. You know what I mean? Team, you know, had a lead on Florida State early, and you know, it's an excellent football team that battled Clemson, and you know, the wire. You know, I mean, so you know they're an excellent football team. They got a lot of time. They can score points on offense. They can play good defense.
And as State gets closer to their final game of the season, their seniors are cherishing their final moments with their teammates.
I like bowl practice all together. Not many people in town. Just we're together as a family. Everybody in this football program, and it's fun. It's a unique time.
It became kind of routine to me, that I would have every year to do the same things over and over. But it's kind of hit me. This is my last one, but it's been a great ride. Like I always say, I had no regrets here, so it's still bittersweet. But I really don't have no regrets.
Marcus Hunter, 16 WAPT News.
So yeah, this is of course the final game for the seniors on this Mississippi State squad. That includes the best player to perhaps ever put on the maroon and white. Quarterback Dak Prescott holds 38 school records. He's won the Connolly Trophy twice. That's the award given to the best college player in our state. Again, our very own Marcus Hunter takes a look back at the legend of Dak.
I just hope I leave a legacy of a guy that works hard, plays with his heart, and just that loves the game and plays with so much passion and just leaves everything out there on the field.
Mississippi State University and the football team's quarterback have a unique bond.
I'm just thankful and blessed of this university and all the people that have been special to me and have made this university and my experience here just unbelievable.
All the way down, Get even what you got, make sure you got your guy.
Prescott has always had the reputation of being an easygoing guy who spends a lot of time working with kids. So when the news broke that he and some of his MSU teammates were attacked on Panama City Beach following a spring break concert, the news sent shockwaves through Starkville.
This is video from outside of a spring break concert on Panama City Beach. The guy in the multicolored shorts, that's Dak.
and I was very upset about it because I love that. I mean, he's awesome.
It was very hurtful to see that someone's going to do that to somebody in other people.
I thought it was completely ridiculous and unnecessary.
Dak doesn't talk much about the incidents. These days, he keeps more to himself.
All my classes are online now, but I really don't just go on campus as much. It's more pictures, autographs, stuff like that than it would be just going to class and educational reasons. But, I mean, I enjoy it, though. I mean, those are the people that come and support me week in and week out each Saturday.
To understand the unique closeness Dak Prescott has with the Mississippi State family, you have to go back to when that permanent bond was formed.
It was just amazing, just the atmosphere to go out there when I walked on to Davis Wade and everybody, you know what I'm saying, screamed. That was just amazing. Though they had my back.
It was the Egg Bowl, 2013. A month earlier, Dak's mother passed away after a long fight with cancer. Playing with a heavy heart, Dak went down with a shoulder injury the following week. Doctors told him his season may be over.
He's slow to get up again, Tim. He's taking a pound and he's putting it all on the line.
Mississippi State shrouded in mystery under center before the Egg Bowl. Dak Prescott doubtful injured elbow.
But it was not the end of the season. It was only the beginning of his legacy.
Dak Prescott checking in at quarterback for the first time tonight. Prescott cleared medically to play in this game. Dak Prescott. Forget about it. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Dak entered the Egg Bowl in the fourth quarter with his team down 3. He led the comeback and then the overtime win. It has been Dak mania in Starkville ever since.
And there's Dak Prescott, the Heisman Trophy candidate, who has been just marvelous.
If you're looking for this week's edition with just Dak Prescott on the cover, you may have to go somewhere else to find it.
Dak Prescott of Mississippi State is having a wonderful season.
C-Star Family Trophy from Mississippi State University.
I don't know if there's anybody in Mississippi State history that owns as many records as he holds.
I'm just thankful and blessed of this university and all the people that have been special to me and have made this university and my experience here just unbelievable. But all the records and all the other stuff, I'll think about later.
All right, we still have plenty more to talk about on the Blitz 16 Bowl Preview Special, including my Southern Miss Golden Eagles back in the bowl season for the first time since 2011. Keep it locked, folks. We're back on the other side of 2 minutes.
Winter weather in Mississippi can be downright dangerous. The fury of tornado season.
Some of those storms could pose a threat for a tornado.
Mixed with winter's Arctic blasts. For 4 decades, you've trusted David Hartman to give the area's most accurate forecasts.
Find your safe place now.
Being your weather leader means tools to keep you ahead of the storm.
Like our 16 WAPT weather app with pinpoint tornado tracking.
David Hartman and the 16 WAPT weather team, the one to watch.
The December to Remember sales event starts now, and Heron Gear Lexus gives you $4,500 off all new GS models, and Lexus makes your first payment.
Wow, Heron Gear Lexus, amazing inventory. Found exactly what I wanted, and got a really low finance rate, so I'm saving even more.
Lease the 2016 ES350 for $349 a month, or the 2015 RX350 for $399 a month. It'll be a December to remember at Heron Gear Lexus.
After 25 years, Hudson's is closing its doors. Shop our store closing sale with discounts on the entire store. Everything up to 80% off. It all has to go. 50% off just arrived CVS. 60% off all winter apparel. 70% off hair products. Save 60% off fine jewelry. 80% off oil paintings. 80% off catalog store merchandise. Get super low prices on mattresses. Shop Hudson's today while supplies last. Hudson's Highway 51 in Ridgeland.
Paul Moak, everybody knows that name, and they know that it's a good name.
There's a big reason why Paul Moak has been in business for 7 decades.
It was the easiest car buying experience I've ever had.
And the right way to sell a car was exactly the way Paul Moak salesman did it.
And I can sum all of this up in one word: trust. We pride ourselves in being the best Honda dealership in Jackson, Mississippi.
Keegan Fox and Aaron Pickens, the one to watch weekday mornings on 16 WAPT News. The Celebration Bowl today at 11 on 16 WAPT.
Welcome back to the Blitz 16 Bowl Preview Special. And man, it feels good to say this. For the first time since 2011, Southern Miss is back in the postseason.
Yep, and talk about a turnaround. 9 wins in 2015 as they head to Big D for their bowl matchup.
Absolutely. The Golden Eagles will play in the Heart of Dallas Bowl on the day after Christmas. That's 1:20 p.m. on ESPN. The game will be played at the historic Cotton Bowl Stadium, where the opponents will be the Washington Huskies from the Pac-12 Conference. Both teams very similar when it comes to scoring defense, but you see USM has the edge when it comes to points per game. They put up a lot. It'll be interesting to see, though, if that stat can hold up for the Black and Gold versus a Power 5 conference opponent. I can tell you this, they are definitely ready for the challenge. The prominence of Southern Miss football returned in 2015. After winning the Conference USA Eastern Division with a 7-1 league record, the Golden Eagles made an appearance in the conference title game for the first time since 2011. Yes, they came up short, but it shows how far they've come from that winless season of 2012. Now these players get to experience another new aspect of college football, a bowl game.
When we actually got bowl eligible, I was crying on the field because it really, after all we've been through, it really means a lot, playing championships, playing bowl games, and that's why I came here, for those opportunities. So to be able to really earn your stripes and get out there and earn everything you've achieved, that makes it that much better.
I want them to enjoy it, but the other thing you will remember besides who you're with is a bowl victory, and what that does is you move forward to the next year, winning your last game, and that taste in your mouth as you leave the field, especially our seniors, the last time with a victory.
There were a couple of new additions to this team this season. They played vital roles to the success of the program. But a lot of those guys that endured the winless 1- and 3-win seasons are still on this team.
A lot of these guys are still the same guys that's been here. It's just we're doing it better. And I mean, I'm so proud of us for that. I'm so happy that, we're winning because everybody on our team deserves it.
That's the mark these veteran players get to leave. They saw it through, truly rebuilding the program and putting it back on solid ground.
Everyone who's here could have chose to go somewhere else who had a better record or things of that sort, but it just shows the character that we have because we want to be at a place that is known for being great throughout the history of the program. So, it's a very good.
Before the season started, quarterback Nick Mullins was in a fall camp battle for the starting job. When the season ended, much different. He was named the Conference USA Offensive Player of the Year.
Kids got game. Also before the season started, Todd Monken said he would resign if the fans packed the rock every Saturday and his team wasn't winning. Well, I'd say his job security is definitely safe after garnering League Coach of the Year honors.
No excuses. None.
In his third season at the helm of the Southern Miss football program, Todd Monken guided the Golden Eagles to the largest win improvement in the FBS this season. 9 wins in 2015, increasing his win total by 6 games from last year.
You have a job for the players and creating the best version you can of them. And so I've won lots of games, I've lost lots of games, and so that's where it all starts, is are you doing it for them?
Monken really isn't one to toot his own horn. That's where his players come in. The head coach helped a league-high 10 players earn individual conference honors this season. Those players and others say the credit goes back to their leader.
He wants us to bring the same intensity, and he brings intensity to practice and positivity to practice. So I'm just glad that he got it. He deserves it. And, he might be the most modest, laid-back guy about it, but he truly deserves it, and he's done a great job with our team.
He lets you know how much of an effect he has on our lives, what we do on a day-to-day basis, growing into the person we can be, and things of that nature. We're not at home with our families anymore. We're here with him. So, of course, it all starts with him, and I'm so happy for him. I'm glad that he got the chance and opportunity to win that award.
And if that high praise isn't enough, understand this. Todd Monken is the reason some of these young men came to Hattiesburg in the first place. Take the Conference USA's Offensive Player of the Year, for example.
It's been really cool to see how hard he's worked, how much he cares about his athletes, and about how much he cares about this university. We love playing for him. One of the reasons I came here, because I know the opportunities he provides as a head coach, and that's been a real blessing.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. 3 down, 1 more to go. It's time to finish how we started with Alcorn State University as they become the first school to play in the Celebration Bowl. That story more after the break on the Blitz 16 Bowl Preview Special.
Golden Guns Pawn buys, sells, and trades firearms. Stop in today for a wide variety of handguns, revolvers, shotguns, rifles, and ammo. We offer layaway along with competitive pricing and outstanding customer service. Our trained professional staff can help in Ridgeland off Highway 51.
The best part about AT&T U-verse high-speed internet is definitely the savings. What? But all the money we save on mobile data usage with the wireless gateway?
Yeah, that's great. But with the faster internet speed, it's so much easier to video chat, play online games, post pics.
But we also get a great
stream
price.
Music, download movies, load videos.
Get U-verse high-speed internet starting at $15 a month for 12 months with a 1-year term and other qualifying service when you get it all on one bill. And for a limited time, switch to AT&T and get a $100 reward card.
The best part about AT&T U-verse high-speed internet is definitely the speed.
Then again, the savings are really good too.
Get U-verse high-speed internet starting at $15 a month for 12 months with a 1-year term and other qualifying service when you get it all on one bill. For a limited time, switch to AT&T and get a $100 reward card. Call now.
Paul Moak, everybody knows that name, and they know that it's a good name.
There's a big reason why Paul Moak has been in business for 7 decades.
It was the easiest car buying experience I've ever had.
And the right way to sell a car was exactly the way Paul Moak salesman did it.
And I can sum all of this up in one word: trust. We pride ourselves in being the best Honda dealership in Jackson, Mississippi.
And away we go.
That's memorable, that's me. Me, you gotta see. That's memorable, that's me.
Need fast cash? We offer loans on anything that has value. Whether you're looking to pawn, buy, or sell, at Golden Guns we offer a large selection of fine jewelry, pre-owned electronics, instruments, guns, and more. Our friendly staff is ready to serve you. Golden Guns Pawn, Highway 51 in Ridgeland.
And welcome back to the show, folks. Prior to 2015, the record for the most points scored in a SWAC championship game was 45.
Yeah, Alcorn State topped that in the conference title game, defeating Grambling for the first time in their last 3 attempts. And with that second consecutive conference title, ASU will represent the SWAC in the inaugural Celebration Bowl. That game will be played in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, and their opponent will be North Carolina A&T, champions of the MEAC. You see, the Braves have the edge in points per game, but the Aggies' defense appears to be stingy, only giving up 15 points per contest. Let's take a look back at how Alcorn State made it to this point.
We all was on the same page, and we knew everybody had one mindset, and we just accomplished it.
Alcorn State went to Houston remembering what happened in Lorman. On homecoming, Grambling State defeated the Braves by 1 point in overtime following a blocked PAT.
We talked about it being an 8-quarter ball game, and we're down by 1 point right now. So after 4 quarters, we're down by 1. We got 4 more quarters to play. And that's kind of the emphasis we took on it when you get a chance to play a team twice.
Given a second shot, the Braves avenged that midseason defeat in convincing fashion, winning 49-21. Darian Ragsdale was the catalyst in the first quarter, scoring the game's first points on an 84-yard touchdown. And GSU had no answer for SWAC Newcomer of the Year, Marquise Warford, who led all receivers with 3 touchdowns.
Hell of a job. Y'all kicked our butt.
Grambling State came into the matchup with the league's top passing offense. Defensive game MVP Warren Gatewood picked off the Conference Offensive Player of the Year, Jonathan Williams, 3 times. Along with stellar play from the front 7, the Braves held Grambling nearly 200 yards shy of their game average.
Just to give these guys a championship, a way to go out, it's just a great feeling, especially as a senior.
With that win, the Braves punched their ticket to the first ever Celebration Bowl, facing North Carolina A&T to kick off the bowl season.
All right. Well, you can't talk Alcorn State football without mentioning head ball coach Jay Hobson. The Vicksburg native inherited a 2-win squad when he took over in 2012.
Wow, 2 wins. He now leads a program that sits atop the SWAC, and it all started with the vision he had in mind the first day he arrived at the reservation. Prior to Jay Hobson's arrival in Lorman, the Alcorn State football program was in shambles. The team had experienced 5 consecutive losing seasons under 4 different head coaches.
We just knew coming in here, this program, is really in a hole. When I got here, I can promise you I wasn't expecting for us to win back-to-back championships.
Yeah, during Anthony Williams' freshman year, not many people did.
Coach Hobson will lead us forward.
Then entered Jay Hobson, first non-black coach in SWAC history, set to lead the Purple and gold.
We grew up together, man.
In just 4 years at the helm, Hobson has compiled a 32-16 record, not to mention 2 SWAC championships. Hobson not only raised expectations, he changed the culture.
It was about, a brotherhood, a family, and everybody working as one.
He always preached to us that we were going to be on top.
The journey we went through was a journey. We took our knocks early.
Started 4-7. We had some pretty tough, embarrassing losses. I remember distinctly, going to James Madison, Arkansas State, losing by over 50 points.
It's safe to say Alcorn State started from the bottom. Now they're here. Here being the inaugural Celebration Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia.
It's a blessing, to play in the very first Celebration Bowl to represent Alcorn State University.
The Braves are loaded with dynamic playmakers. Running back Darian Ragsdale averages 8 yards a carry. SWAC Newcomer of the Year, Marquise Warford has racked up more than 1,400 yards of total offense. And on the other side of the ball, the Braves led the conference in total defense. Alcorn now with a shot at back-to-back 10-win seasons. But it all started with players buying into Hobson's vision nearly 4 years ago.
I got to thank Coach Hobson for building such a team like that. We're just going to keep working on each other and just keep building.
Coaches and players speak highly of him because he's so sincere and genuine.
I believe him, and he done pushed us on top of 2 championships. I look back at us leaving here now like, man, we really put a stamp on the program.
They kept fighting, they kept working, they kept preparing, and, and they're just a tremendous they're a special group to me.
All right, that was a bountiful feast of college football previews, man. Let's recap them one more time, if you will, though. We got the Heart of Dallas Bowl on December 26th. That's Southern Miss at the Washington Huskies. What do you think about that one?
I'm going to go with Southern Miss in this one. I like what Todd Monkey's doing down there. I like Nick Mullins and our guy DJ Thompson from Pearl. Sure. I think they'll be successful against Washington.
And listen, you know who I'm picking. I will not go against the black and gold. Just so proud to see those guys back in another bowl game. December 30th, the Belk Bowl. Dak Prescott's final appearance with the Mississippi State Bulldogs as they take on North Carolina State. What do you think about that
I'm not betting against Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott wants this one. His legacy's on the line
as well. Then we got the Sugar Bowl. Listen, Hugh Freeze said he wanted another shot at a New Year's Six Bowl. He gets it with the Oklahoma State Cowboys. That should be a really good game. I don't even know who to pick in that one. And finally, of course, you got to stay with us because coming up in just a few seconds, Alcorn State taking on North Carolina A&T in the inaugural Celebration Bowl. He's Josh. I'm Ray. Enjoy the game, folks. Until next time. See ya.